In today's video, we're talking about how to spot new SEO competitors entering your niche before they outrank you. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and if you've been building a blog, local business site, or niche affiliate site, you already know SEO takes work. But what most people don't talk about is how important it is to actually track who you're competing with, especially when new players start showing up. Using a tool like Semrush, you can actually see which websites are gaining traction for your target keywords, which ones are growing fast, and which ones might be stealing your clicks. I'm going to walk you through how to find that data and what to do once you have it. Let's get into it. So first off, what is Semrush? I just want to dive into a quick overview if you've never heard of it. So Semrush is a powerful SEO tool that shows you what keywords your site ranks for, how much traffic you're getting, and how your site compares to others in your niche. But beyond that, it also lets you track your competitors. You can see who's ranking for the same keywords as you, what content they're publishing, and how their rankings are changing over time. That means you don't just focus on your site, you stay ahead by watching who's coming up behind you. Whether you're running a blog, e-commerce store, or even a directory site, this is one of the easiest ways to stay competitive without guessing. Now, before we get into the walkthrough, let's quickly walk through some of the key tools inside Semrush that are especially helpful when you're trying to stay on top of new SEO competitors. The first feature I always recommend starting with is organic research. This is like your home base inside Semrush. When you plug in your domain or even a competitor's, you get a full breakdown of what keywords they're ranking for, how much organic traffic they're getting, and where those rankings are happening. But here's the cool part. It also shows you which websites share the most keyword overlap with you. Next is a new competitors report. This one's a little more under the radar, but super helpful. It highlights sites that weren't showing up for your shared keywords a few months ago, but now they are. That gives you time to respond, whether that's updating your content, building more links, or publishing something that fills a gap they haven't yet. Another cool feature is the keyword gap tool. It lets you compare your site with a competitor side by side. You type in both domains and Semrush shows you which keywords they're ranking for that you're not. But this just helps you spot content gaps you may have missed or opportunities to create something better. Now let's talk about position tracking. This one helps you monitor keyword rankings in real time for your site and your competitors. The powerful part is that you can also plug in a few competitor domains and watch how their rankings move too. Finally, there's the traffic analytics and top pages tools. These let you dig deeper into how a competitor's site is performing overall. You can see which pages are bringing them the most traffic, where that traffic is coming from, and how fast their site is growing. It helps you not only spot the competition, but also learn from what's actually working. Together, these tools give you a complete view of what's happening in your niche and who's gaining traction. You're not just reacting anymore. You're making decisions based on real data, and that's how you stay ahead long term. Now, let's go ahead and go through the walkthrough. So if you don't already have Semrush or you want to follow along with me, go ahead and use our link down in the description below, and you can actually get started with a free 14-day pro trial. So once you are logged in, as you can see, we've got the home over here. We've got SEO, so this is your SEO dashboard. Then we've got AI over here, so you can actually turn AI mentions into your next strategic move. This is where you can review your AI brand visibility, beat your competition and LLMs, and build a stronger business strategy. Then we've got traffic and market trends. We've got local, so you can look at GBP optimization, review management, and so much more. This is where your content dashboard lives. This is your social dashboard. This is where advertising comes in, and then you've got reports and App Center as well. What we're going to go ahead and do first is go ahead and open the organic research tool. So under SEO, we're going to go to organic research. From here, what we're going to do is type in our competitors. So we're going to go with protein powders. So I'm just going to find their URL and click search. Now look at all of this data it gives us. It gives us an overview, positions, position changes, competitors, and this is just in the US. You can also do Canada, UK, etc. There's also topics, pages, and subdomains, but we're going to stick with the competitors tab right here. So again, if our niche was protein powders, maybe healthy protein powders or dairy-free protein powders, this shows a full list of sites that share keywords with that niche. So focus on ones with low total traffic but high keyword overlap. Those are often new sites trying to grow in your space. So now if you search by competitor level, you can see how they rank here. And then here you can even see the competitive position rank ranking. So next, what we're going to do is go to the keyword gap tool. So here we can add in how we compare it to others. So you can add in your domain, which again, we're just using Ritual as an example. We'll go ahead and copy that, and then we can compare. And then you can see top opportunities, missing / weak. You can see paid keywords right here. Again, this will highlight the keywords they're ranking that you're not. And this just helps you find content that might be missing. So you can see keyword difficulty, volume, Ritual versus Orgain. So this is what Orgain is using versus what Ritual is not. See, that's 0. Orgain is 1. You can see volume over here. Again, keyword difficulty, competitive density, etc. Then what you can do is choose a few of the top keywords and you can start tracking them. So you can add them to keyword lists, etc. You also can check content strategies. So this is going to show you which of their articles or landing pages are bringing in traffic. So you can look at structure, keyword titles, and anything that gives you an edge. And then lastly, build a watch list. So save the top 3 to 5 domains that seem the most relevant to your niche. Check back once a week or once a month and see how they're growing. This doesn't need to be complicated. Just take notes so you can stay ahead of the game and just be in the know with what your competitors are doing. So even on here, the keyword gap, you can go ahead and add multiple competitors here to get even more information. So maybe Thorn, and click compare. Then we can kind of see a bit more overlap on the keywords. Maybe if we were, instead of protein powder, we were doing more supplements. Here you can see shared, and then we can see what's missing. So what Thorn is using, but we aren't. There's so many different research tools in here. So again, come in here, try out the free trial, and just come around and look at, the keyword magic tool, the strategy builder, position tracking. You can even look at backlink analytics, a site audit, on-page SEO tracker, etc. There's so much in here. So make sure you're coming in here and checking it out for yourself. So now let's kind of dive into the pros and cons, just so you're aware. So the biggest pro is that Semrush gives you real up-to-date data. It's actually a ton of data, not guesses. You're seeing actual keywords, actual traffic trends, and real shifts in the SERPs. That's huge if SEO is a long-term part of your strategy. Another plus is that you can track multiple competitors at once. So whether you're running one site or a few different projects, this just helps you stay organized without needing 5 different tools. Now for the downside, Semrush can definitely feel a bit overwhelming at first. There are a ton of tools, a ton of dashboards, but honestly, once you stick to it and get familiar with it, you'll know your go-tos and which ones you're going to be using the most, like organic research, keyword gap, and position tracking. It gets a lot easier to navigate the more you go in there. Also, it's not the cheapest option, so I'm going to talk about pricing here in a sec, but if you're brand new and haven't published much content yet, you might not need all of its features right away. But if you're actively trying to grow and rank, it's definitely worth the investment. Now let's take a look at different plans and pricing options so you're aware. So if you want to get the best price possible, I highly recommend paying annually. That way you can save 17%. So they've got the Pro, the Guru, and the Business. The Pro plan is $117.33 per month billed annually. If you want to pay monthly, it's $139. Inside, you get up to 5 projects, keyword research tools, competitor analysis, position tracking, backlink analysis, and site audit. And then for the Guru, this is for small businesses. It's $208 per month billed annually. If you want to pay monthly, it's $249 a month. You get more projects, historical data, of course, everything that's in the Pro plan. Just want to mention that. Multi-location device, ChatGPT search tracking, and content marketing tools. And then lastly is the Business plan, which is $416.66 per month billed annually. If you want to pay monthly, it'll come out to about $499 per month. You get everything that's in the Guru, but you get 40 products, share a voice, extended limits, and so much more. So again, try checking out the free trial of the Pro plan just so you can get a feel for it and see if it's something worth investing in for you. So should you use Semrush for competitor tracking? If you're actively trying to grow a blog, content site, or even a local service site, then yes, keeping an eye on who's showing up for your target keywords is a simple way to protect your rankings and find new opportunities before someone else takes them. It's especially useful if you're in a niche that's getting more competitive. You'll be able to spot trends, gaps, and fast-moving competitors early, so you're not playing catch-up months later. And honestly, when you're first starting out, SEO can feel like one giant guessing game, and sometimes you don't even realize someone's creeping up in your space until your traffic suddenly drops. But you don't have to be an expert to stay ahead. You just need to look at the data. If you want to check them out, I've got that link down in the description for you. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we do earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content content just like this. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. This channel is dedicated to helping you build your first website and truly grow it and become seen in the online space without getting overwhelmed by tools, jargon, or complicated strategies. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.